Good morning, everybody. Dobry Utra. It is Arend here from Countryside Acres. Today we were invited by one of our viewers, Vitali, I think I'm saying his name right, to go check out this chicken barns. They raise a whole whack of broiler chickens here, so we're pretty excited about the opportunity to go check that out and yeah, see what that all entails. See if it looks like the ones back home.
Hello everyone, my name is Vitaly and this is my poultry farm. Перейдем спокойно на русский язык, да? Я работаю в большой компании, компания построила для меня эти птичники в чистом поле. Я занимаюсь здесь выращиванием птицы. Мне поступает суточный цыпленок, поступают корма. Я на мясокомбинат сдаю уже готовую бройлерную птицу, выращенную.
Ну, лучше я, наверное, переведу тогда сразу.
Okay.
So, he said that he works for a company. This company built this farm for him, and he got supplied with baby chickens. He grows them, and then he sells it back to the company, and he also receives the feeding from the same company.
Okay.
So yeah, that's his business.
This is a feed company that he's working for?
Вот эта компания, на которой вы работаете, это компания, которая занимается именно кормом, или это компания по корму?
В компании есть свое кормопроизводство, но у нас есть очень много птицефабрик крупных.
Well, it's just a large chicken farm, and one of the departments does production of the feed.
Yeah.
But they also have a lot of other stuff, a lot of other farms, and but basically the company supplies the feed, and his job is to grow little chickens into big chickens.
Into big chickens, yep. That's the simple nuts and bolts of it right there, yep.
No eggs involved, so
right.
No eggs.
Nope, just broilers,
Yeah,
yep. Yeah. Security first, through the building. We're going to get some clothes and get suited up.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. Do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you.
Is it big? Oh, yeah.
So hold me tight.
Big Dutchman. You can't miss out on that. Okay, you go into the right.
It's just us two, me and you.
There's not enough crop.
Just feel so lucky. Can't believe you love me.
I think they're gonna fit in those. They're skis.
Yeah, we don't have any baby clothes.
I hope it never ends. Just being more than friends.
Alright, put it on. Alright.
You know I'm here to stay every single day.
Look at the little guy. He's okay?
Okay.
Okay, make sure you step on the mat because it's disinfecting. It'll squish the dirt up.
It's a lot easier than hospital gowns. Tied in a bow so I can get
The idea is good. To keep biosecurity, keep dirt out, keep the chickens healthy. If you move too quickly, you will scare the chickens.
Just put on some more light and the air.
I'm gonna sneak up here.
Yeah. Alright.
So this looks like about as modern as it gets. It's got all the bells and whistles here, which is pretty exciting. I'm very glad for the opportunity to come see this. And just shut the fans off there, it'll be a little quieter. Now automatic feed. So this was a concern that we had, is finding feed. Seems like a ridiculous concern maybe, but when we raise our own birds, we need to have a good source of feed. And so that's just like, well, where do we find that? It's just one more thing that we have to figure out in this country, right? So obviously they have good sources of feed because there's lots here. So this is all automated. Flex auger coming in, feeds all these, and then it runs all the way out to these little feeders to the other end. They get fed in these little buckets. And then the chickens come up and eat. That's pretty neat. All the way down to the end, the far side. How old are these chickens now?
24 days.
24 days. And they'll be 6 weeks when they get butchered, or how old?
Им будет 6 недель, когда вы их отправите на место.
Мы недель не считаем. 41 день.
41 day before.
41 days?
41 day old,
Okay.
they get sent to poultry to meat,
Meat
processing plant.
Yep. So 24, so we got another 16 days. Wow. They grow fast.
37 тысяч.
37,000 chickens.
37,000 birds in there. Wow. It's a nice barn. How old is the barn?
Когда был построен?
В 2022 году.
It was built in 2022.
2020. Oh, it's really new. Yeah, 2 years old. Yeah. How many batches do you do per year?
What does a batch mean in this case?
So when the chickens come in, the new ones come in, 36,000 birds come in, then they get butchered, and then another 36 comes in. So that would be one batch, 36,000.
И сколько партий таких завозов курицы у вас в год?
7,3.
7.3.
7.3 batches per year. That's a lot of birds. Kentucky Fried Chicken, roasted.
Это вы для Ростикса, для KFC делаете?
Нет, у нас собственная торговая сеть большая, более 250 магазинов. И оптовая продажа, разумеется, сетевые продажи. То есть продукция сбывается.
Нет для фастфуда.
Нет, нет для фастфуда.
No fast food, no. So is it any different from what you see in Canada? Like, what's your first?
There's only so much room there, so I'll let the other ones go and have a peek. What did you think, Ainsley? It's kind of neat.
I was 6 months.
Hey? Oh, we can walk through. Oh, okay. There you go. Oh, I didn't realize that. He's going to let us walk through. So, like I was saying, well, I guess he wasn't on this camera. It was on the other camera. We're having a documentary filmed at the same time here. So, friends of mine had chickens. So the only experience I would have had walking through the barn slowly, we had to pick out the dead ones. There's 36,000 birds in here. Chickens do die a lot. If you're not familiar with chickens, they are susceptible to heart attacks and things like that when they're growing. And so you do have natural cause deaths happening. And so you have to walk through the barn and pick those out. Obviously, you can't leave them in the barn. And that's about the only time you walk through. And you want to walk really slowly, not to spook them, because that can also cause heart attacks. Oop. There's a little nipple here, and the water comes into the buckets.
How do you bed that?
How did he feed? No, bedding, like shavings.
Когда кур всех выселяют, здесь происходит процедура чистки, мойки, дезинфекции всего. И подстилка приезжает в таких вот брикетах. Вон, вы можете посмотреть. Вы видите, брикет зелененький стоит.
So when the chickens move out, they clean this whole thing up, and they have the bed that comes in like small bricks, and we can see it over there.
Oh, that bag of shavings. Yep. On the wall there. Yep.
Это распечатывается, и подстилка разравнивается. Чистенько новая.
And then they just spread it out.
Yep.
Эти брикеты specific pathogen free. SPF.
SPF, photogen free. I don't know how to translate this.
That's okay.
He goes into specifics of this particular bed.
So and then these all lift up. They would all lift up to the ceiling when it's time to clean out. Yeah, I guess so. Look at the what? Yeah, that's how they're heating it. Yeah, that's neat. There's one big one right here. Oh, yeah, that's a big Dutchman too. Must be some company here that's selling these. Big Dutchman.
I wonder if they only do chicken or something.
У вас отец был фермером вообще, вы из фермерской семьи?
No. Okay.
I'm first.
You're first. Yeah. And you like it?
Вам нравится это? Этим заниматься?
Я более 19 лет работаю ветеринарным врачом и все, что по птицеводству. И все, что я умею, это выращивать птицу.
So he's been a veterinarian for 19 years. He loves his job, and that's the only thing he's able to do. That's his main job.
Yep.
So he enjoys it.
This is a side job.
То есть это как бы ваш приработок, как бы side job.
Nice. And a lot of acres too. There are a lot of hectares. Do they run a lot of
Много
land?
земли, много гектаров тут рядом.
У меня нет собственности земли.
He doesn't own it.
The land. What does he do with the manure?
Manure?
Yeah, this. When you clean it out, the poop.
Что вы делаете с навозом?
Я понял. По нашему законодательству его вывозят на специальные отделения, где он порядка около года лежит, ферментируется, процесс ферментации идет. И после этого берутся анализы, доказывается, что он безвредный, и на поля вывозятся. Фермеры берут на поля.
So the poop is shipped to a certain location, authorized location, and then they run tests to see if the poop is free of any bad stuff.
Okay.
It's being fermented. He also mentioned this, and then when it's good to go, then it's. А что потом с ним, когда все нормально?
Фермеры другие, которые владеют землей, они могут взять на поля.
Other farmers can take
Как
it.
удобрение.
Probably not fermented. It's probably composted. But,
Compost,
yeah. There's the other side of the fire. Very nice.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And
What do you think? There's a lot of chickens, eh?
See lots of chickens. It looks tighter than it is. See, now that we've come in here, they got loads of room over here because they kind of move. But they do like to spread out and not get too hot. Very nice looking facility.
you can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
So whenever the level of food drops below a certain point, the system knows it's time to
Put some more.
pour in more. So
Automated down there.
yes.
Very nice. For somebody else that wants to set up a barn like this, how fast can they pay it off?
Вот если кто-то хочет подобную же ферму открыть, сколько времени уйдет на то, чтобы оплатить свои вложения?
Like, is it a profitable business here in Russia to raise chickens?
Это прибыльный бизнес в России?
Есть разные варианты работы, на самом деле, да? Как можно договориться с компанией? Например, можно пойти по рискованному пути, то есть работать от рыночных цен. Когда-то стоимость мяса очень высокая, когда-то низкая. Но это большой риск, да? Мы работаем немножко по другим условиям. У нас цены фиксированные в течение 8 лет, да? И примерно 6 лет нужно, чтобы, допустим, выкупить этот птичь. Но мы гарантированно, мы обезопасены в этом вопросе.
So basically saying that the prices are fixed for him at this farm, and usually it takes up to 6 years to pay off the investment.
6 years.
6 years, yeah.
And then after that, so that's pretty good, actually. That's really good. Yeah. And do you have a contract for how many chickens?
Yes.
Yeah. And you can produce more if you want. Like there's no quota. In Canada, we have to have quota in order to ship chickens. I don't know if that makes any sense, but the quota kind of like it's supply management. There's only so many chickens you can produce, and you're not allowed to produce any more. Do you have that here or not?
There are no quotas here. If he can produce more, he will, and he thinks he should produce more. He will just earn more.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, you can keep growing your business.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. The feed comes from the same company. Yeah, he said that earlier on. So, yeah. Thank you.
Trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground.
What do you think of all the chickens? You like them? Yeah. Did you get the whole one? No, they keep running away, eh? No, I don't think you can catch one. They keep running away. No, I better leave them alone. Control room, all the electronics and computer system.
Это наш компьютер основной, в котором мы задаем все параметры. Управление, партия графики, микроклимат. Вот мы задаем параметры внутренней температуры, параметры, где будет работать обогрев. Да. Мы задаем уровень минимальной вентиляции для обеспечения птицы кислородом, да, и уровни максимальной вентиляции, на который уровень мы отпускаем для удаления лишней влажности, лишней температуры из птичника. Опять же, уровень влажности выставляем.
Can you translate a bit of that? What was that?
Да.
So that goes into specifics and to technicalities. Basically, he can operate a lot of things in the barn, like the humidity, the влажность, что еще?
Минимальная вентиляция для обеспечения птицы кислородом.
Yeah, the minimal ventilation level.
Okay, so
that
it's
chickens
all
have
climate.
oxygen.
Climate control, all of it, yeah. Not feed.
And feed.
Feed and water
feed
too. Okay, yep. That's the brains, eh? Look at all this stuff. And each barn has one?
It's lights.
Lights. Okay,
Lights.
that's lights.
Right.
But every barn, you have 3 barns?
Yes.
And each barn has its own controls?
Yes.
Yep. Breakers and stuff. Don't stick your fingers in there.
Maybe you want to be a YouTuber. Farmer. Not a YouTuber.
You're gonna sweep the whole barn, huh?
Well, I just wanted to. Hey, stop walking over here.
Try to keep it all nice and tidy.
Yes.
Medicine can come in here, yeah? So this is the water system going into the barn, and you can hear that clicking noise. It can add a little bit. So as the fluids go through this thing, X amount of liters go through, it'll make one pumping noise, which will then suck out of this hose coming out of here. And you can see it down in there. So if they needed treatment, it can be applied there.
Is that constantly in the water?
Where's that noise coming from? In here or outside?
No, it's out here.
Oh, yeah. Bird control. All right, so 3 big barns. 36,000 in each barn. Yeah. That's a lot of birds. And then 7.3 batches for each one. So we'll work that math out and throw it on the screen later. Very nice. Very modern facility. I would be interested in setting something up eventually. Similar. Always interested in automation. I'd love to see this kind of stuff. It's where your food's produced. When you eat, you should know where it comes from.
Clean this up. There is a truck that pulls in, and it has an aviation engine. And so he said from like a small plane, but anyway. And they turn the engine on, and that way the building the barn gets cleaned.
How? Formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde.
Yeah. You're using the jet engine to spray the formaldehyde.
Yes.
Yes. So you clean the manure out first with the skid steer, Or with a tractor?
We are clean
Yep.
tractor.
And then formaldehyde. Pressure wash it?
Мойка.
Pressure wash, yeah, with water.
Pressure wash, disinfection,
Yep.
обработка дезинфекционная. Ну, влажная.
Disinfecting everything.
Yes. And
then formaldehyde with the engine.
formaldehyde.
Interesting.
With an aviation engine.
That's neat.
I didn't know you can.
Well,
do
that stuff's hard on the nose, and like you don't want to breathe it in. So that way they can probably stay outside the barn and spray it in.
Нельзя, ни в коем случае. У нас говорят, если этим подышать, будешь как Ленин лежать, как живой.
If you breathe it in once, you're gonna be like Lenin.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's cleaning the snow. Imagine that's a daily challenge here. This looks like a bobcat, but it's a Lone King, Chinese brand. I don't know if they've modeled it after a bobcat. They very well may have. Nice enough unit on the inside. Yeah, it looks a lot like a bobcat. I haven't been in a bobcat in a while, so I can't tell you about the controls, but the colors is definitely bobcat. Which I've noticed the Chinese do a lot of. They a lot of like knockoff DeWalt stuff that looks like a DeWalt drill, but it's not. It's got a different name, or a Makita drill, but it's not a Makita. They do copycat a little bit of stuff, but whatever, as long as it works and it's available, that's what all that really matters. Hope you guys enjoyed that little tour. Drop your comments down below as always, and if you want to see more of that stuff, let me know. Also, if you're a farmer and you've got something you think we would be interested in looking at, please reach out to us through the emails. We'd love to check out your farm and make a little video, show other people what it's like. So I didn't film on the way here. I was looking at the maps too much, but it's a very nice area. Rolling hills here as well. In case you haven't noticed, we love land with character, and this has lots of it. Yeah, it's warm enough. I would say this is probably the worst road we've driven on yet. And it's not that bad as far as road condition goes. So yeah, all in all, great experience. Really enjoyed that. We're going to smell like chickens for the rest of the day, I think, which is all right. The smell of money. That's what the smell of manure is. Very enjoyable. 36,000 birds per barn, 3 barns. It's a lot of chickens, and he says that's pretty small. His boss has, I believe he said 3 million chickens, so that's huge. Back home, I don't know how big the barns are either, I guess, but I know one producer who has 18 barns, I think it is, or maybe it's 21 now, and they make this barn look pretty small, but that's not necessarily usual. This is a lot of chickens still, so if it's something you're interested in and doing chicken farming, this sounds like there is indeed a good market for it here, and something worth pursuing. They need more chickens. People need to eat, and no quota here, so you don't have to worry about that either. Like in Canada, it's very hard to get into the market. Here, it sounds easier, and there's contracts available. I would suspect that the same thing would be available for pork farming as well, but I don't know that for a fact yet. That's just my guess. So hopefully we can interview somebody on a pig farm and learn that as well. Same thing with cows. There's no quota here as well. There's also market options for that. So keep it in mind.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand